All right, Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Rakakudash, double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone. And Shalom to the Akim out there preaching his word in true sincerity. This is Brother Shamar coming back with another lesson. And this one is going to be how, dealing with the many great miseries, because that's the times that we're living in where pretty much the masses of the people, they're suffering, The only ones who's doing good at this point are mainly um, people who can somewhat maintain themselves and pretty much the elites at this point. They're the only ones that's actually making money, during this crisis. And then everybody else is barely maintaining, so to speak. If not, they're just done completely, you know. And every week you're still seeing it get worse and worse for the people who's super dependent upon the government because that's exactly what he wants it to be like. So when he pushes the chip on you, and all these other measures and these laws that he's going to pass, you're going to be more willing to accept it because now you literally have to go to him for everything because you're done. You don't have a job, don't have any money coming in. You're waiting on him to give you your next source of income or your next meal. All right. So you're not going to bite the hand that feeds you. You're going to do whatever he tells you to do in order for you to just not be homeless and not be through on the streets. But the first scripture I wanted to get is in 2nd Esdras 8 and 50, and it says, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter times shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride." Now, everyone in America, that's how they live their life. They Everybody here walked in great pride. Prior to this whole COVID situation going down, everybody was doing, just turning up, doing the most. All right, uh, just super proud, thinking that something like this would never happen. All right, just living your life to the best of your ability. And then out of nowhere, what? You got hit with all of this stuff out of nowhere. You lost your job in it overnight. Uh, your unemployment, the $600, that kept everybody afloat, so to speak, to where it wasn't really affecting them. But now that's gone. Now the moratoriums are gone, and your landlords couldn't wait until that came to the end, so they evicted people now. All right, now people, they having to choose. They basically don't have to choose nothing. They're at a point where you have people in their 40s and stuff having to move back with their family members, their mother or whatever, because they can't afford to pay their rent no more, since they was depending on those extra $600 from the unemployment. So it's just bleeding out people more and more as this drags out. You know, people, they can't hang in there anymore because this economy hasn't opened back up, and then they're stalling with giving the people more money, which this is all a plan at the end of the day. Nonetheless, this is just the beginning of the many great miseries that's on the way here, man. All right, because the scriptures tell you about those, where it says, "Woe is me," and in Second Ezra, like, who shall deliver me in those days? All right, because this is just one of the many things that is going to be affecting people. The economy being bad is just one thing. You're going to be having real plays out here, um, famine, or martial law. Esau's coming at you with that great wrath. All these other things are still on the way to come here, man. And like I said, this is just the beginning of sorrows, like it says in Matthew the 24th chapter. All right. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get that too, but first I wanted to get Proverbs. What is it, 29 and 2, I think. Yeah, when the right Proverbs 29 and 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. And that's all you see everyone doing now. People are super depressed, they're mourning, complaining, saying how they don't know how they're going to take care of themselves, their family, how they're going to get their next meal, how they're going to pay their bills, where they're going to sleep at. People are just done, completely done out here. And as this thing continues to drag out, it's only getting worse for the masses of the people out here because there's not really any jobs out here to get. Because the majority of the jobs people did have was what? Customer service and all type of jobs where those businesses were closed down now due to COVID. So now what do you have people doing? They're all mourning, man. All right. And this is all because going back to the wicked being in rulership. Esau wanted this to happen. This is all planned to happen. And he's going to keep on dragging it out longer and longer. They're talking about as soon as the vaccine could be ready, is possibly the beginning of 2021. So you still got the whole rest of the year that stuff is going to be locked down more than likely. And things are only going to get more intense. All right, you see what's happening over there in Australia. Pretty much a police state out there, full blown police state. They got checkpoints asking you questions where you going and stuff. If you roll up your window, don't want to answer, they smashing the window open, yanking you out the car. All right, arresting you if you out past curfew. They could just run in your house, do a wellness check, so called. So all those things that you seen happen over there is more likely gonna come over here sooner than later. All right. So this is all the beginning of the sorrows, man. All right. Those many great miseries taking place here. We're just starting to see we're in the beginning stages because it always happens, escalates in other countries first. And then when it hits over here, it's real bad, you know? And you're starting to see the beginning stages of it hitting over here. This Matthew 24, and I'm going to start at verse 6. And it said, Ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. And we're still hearing about that as well. You know, the rumors of wars and things getting more intense, like World War III getting closer to happening. All right. It says, For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. And these things are on the way here, man. You got famines happening in different parts of the world. All right, pestilences happening, earthquakes in diverse places. It says in verse 8, all these are the beginning of sorrow. So we're in the beginning stages of the sorrow, man. All right. It told you in Proverbs, when the wicked are in rulership, the people mourn. So this is the beginning of sorrows, man. Everybody's mourning. They're depressed. They're sad. They're done. All right. Everybody put all their hope in America going forever. Nobody ever thought that something like this would happen. That's why when you hear about it on the news, they be saying this is something unprecedented. It's worse than the Great Depression. Everybody's done out here, man. And it's not, and society can't really be the same after something like this happens. There's there's no going back to normal, so to speak. And then most of the people who've been affected by this is already so deep in the hole that they're done. It's no bouncing back for them. The masses of people who've been affected, financial wise, from this whole situation, lost your job, the unemployment, like I said, that only lasted for so long, and most people wasn't saving. They just blew their money. So now you're done, you know. And like I said, this is all the beginning of sorrows. All right. Ain't no more, ain't no more rejoicing out here. Ain't nobody singing and happy no more. These people are done out here, man. All right. This is Isaiah 24, and I'm gonna start at verse 7. It says, "The new wine mourneth, the wine languisheth, all the merry-hearted do sigh. The mirth of tabret ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoiceth endeth, and the joy of the harp ceaseth." Ain't nobody happy no more. All right. Ain't nobody out here turning up all excited and this and that. Nah, man, people are done out here, man. People are mourning, they're sighing, they're complaining. All right. They don't know what they're going to do. People are literally, they're literally at a point to where they don't know what they're going to do next because they don't know when their next check going to come in. All right. They don't know how they're going to pay their next bill, how they're going to survive for the next couple of months, having to choose between paying bills or buying food. People never thought they would be faced with situations like this. So all the mirth in America and Babylon is gone, man. All right. Verse 9, it says, they shall not drink wine with a song, strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. Yeah, people ain't drinking, like the bars are shut, for most places. Yet people, when they drinking anymore, when they're drinking now, they're not drinking and singing all in a good mood, because normally when you drinking, you turning up, you in a good mood, whatever. Now when people drinking or using drugs and stuff, it's out of depression. They're drinking out of depression, doing drugs and all that other stuff out of depression because they're suffering. All right. It says, verse 10, the city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. And this society is broken down. All right. And it's breaking down. And you're seeing it happen little by little. Every week that goes by, every month that goes by, as long as this situation is being dragged out and the economy is shut down, it's just going to continue to break down more and more. All right. In verse 11, it says, there is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. Yeah, all joy is darkened. Ain't nobody in a good mood no more, man. People are like in a serious mood, if anything. All right. Because the majority of people here, they're barely getting by. People having to move in with their family, people getting evicted with your family. All right. You can't get a job. You're not able to pay your bills, take care of yourself, get any food. The mirth of the land is gone, man. People ain't. It's not the same no more. All right. I can say that at least from out, speaking out here. When you go out and everything, it ain't the same no more. People ain't all joyful and jolly and all this other stuff like they normally would be before the COVID situation happened. People are like more shook up because they know that things are bad and it's only going to get worse the longer that this continues to be dragged out. All right. So it ain't no getting back to normal, man. And like I said, this is the beginning of sorrows. Many more great miseries are on the way for the masses of you people out here, man. All right, things aren't going to get any better. This is just the beginning of it, man. The mirth is gone, and it ain't coming back. All right, in order for you to go back to how it so-called used to be, you're going to have to take the chip pretty much. All right, and you already know that if you do take the chip, then you're just marking yourself for destruction anyway. All right. So we already know that things are only going to continue to get worse. All right. At least for the masses of the people, including 2/3 of our people. All right, the elect and the 1/3 who believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, we're going to be able to maintain ourselves, and the Lord's going to continue to provide for us. All right, all the way into the very end that we may continue to endure. Okay. So with that, I'm gonna wrap up and give all praises again to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone. And shalom to the Akim out there preaching his word in truth and sincerity. And shalom.